to live as gently as I can, to be, no matter where, a man, to take what comes of good or ill and cling to faith and honor still. These words are from Edgar Guest's poem, My Creed. They could have been written for this day to describe those who we honor. Detective Sgt. Cody Becker, Detective Mark Baker, and Detective Isaiah Emenheiser. They were gentle. They were kind. They confronted some of the most evil human behaviors imaginable. And not only did they face those challenges, they did so while holding fast to faith, compassion, and uncompromising honor. These men loved their families, their fellow officers, their police department, and the communities that we serve. Despite the relentless demands of policing, long shifts, missed holidays, sleepless nights, they lived their lives anchored in the ideals of faith, family, and honor. Though Cody, Mark, and Isaiah came from different faith traditions, each embraced the common love of God and God's children. Their faith was a buffer between the harshness of the world and the goodness they carried within them. The goodness they extended to family, to our communities, and to every man and woman of the Northern York County Regional Police Department. Cody Becker was a devoted husband to Jordan and the proud father to Canton and Wren. To his children, he was a hero long before the badge ever made him one in the eyes of the world. He poured himself into fatherhood, treasuring bedtime stories and simple moments that often matter the most. To his parents and extended family, he was a source of joy, a source of laughter, and definitely a source of pride. A son taken far too soon. His smile seemed to come as naturally as breathing, and while his youthful appearance often belied his depth of experience, those that worked with him quickly recognized his skill, his judgment, and his character. As a police officer, Cody built a reputation for courage and professionalism. He had the instincts of a protector, the patience of a teacher, and the heart of a servant. Whether responding to a crisis or supporting a fellow officer, he approached every call with quiet confidence. Younger officers looked to him as a model, and seasoned officers respected his steady presence. He never lost sight of why he wore the uniform, and that was to serve others. Throughout his career, Cody earned numerous commendations. In 2010, he responded to a house fire in North York Borough. When he arrived, he scaled to the second floor of that building on the outside to catch children escaping through a window. His actions that day saved an entire family of 4 and exemplified the courage and instinct to protect that defined his service until his final breath. Yet of all of his accomplishments, his greatest pride was being a husband and a father. He cherished every moment with Jordan, Canton, and Wren, finding his deepest joy in simply being present as a dad. He loved hunting and family trips to Potter County, where he found peace and renewal in his life. Cody will always be remembered as a man of family, faith, and honor. Mark Baker was the husband of Peggy and the proud father of Cody, Rebecca, Jacob, Chance, and the late Faith Elizabeth. He was also a loving and doting grandfather of Delilah Rose and Anna Maria. Though his commanding stature made an immediate impression, those who knew him best will remember him as a gentle giant, a man of deep compassion and kindness, with a humor that brought joy to all around him. The smile you see on the screen behind you on Mark's face always allowed us to know in the department that a practical joke or a lighthearted moment was about to follow. Reminders that even in serious work, joy and laughter had their place. Mark's career reflected a rare combination of strength, intellect, and dedication. He proudly served his country as a military police officer in the United States Army. A graduate of the Philadelphia Police Academy, he began his career with the Philadelphia Police Department, where he quickly rose to an assignment with their elite highway patrol unit. Seeking a better life for his family, he came to York County and joined the Northern York County Regional Police Department as a patrol officer. It was here that Mark discovered his passion for computer forensics. He pursued advanced training, earned numerous certifications, and developed our computer forensics program from the ground up. Mark became the go-to expert not only in York County, but beyond. Assigned to the Criminal Investigations Division, he served as a detective and quickly earned a reputation for excellence. His expertise reached far beyond our borders. He became an instructor with the International Association of Computer Investigative Specialists, where not only he trained officers worldwide, but also helped write the manuals and set the standard for the field. Away from the badge, Mark poured himself into his community and into his family. A lifelong scout and Eagle Scout, he gave back as Cub Master, scout leader, and mentor to children in the United States and in Germany and Korea when he was in the military. He loved trains, the outdoors, cooking for friends and family, and cheering for his beloved Alabama football. This will be the only time you ever hear me say, "Roll Tide." His legacy is not only in the cases he solved or the commendations he earned, but in the lives he touched. Victims who found comfort, colleagues who found guidance, children who found a mentor, and family who found unconditional love. He was a detective who victims trusted, criminals feared, and friends cherished. Isaiah Emenheiser was the husband of Lana and proud father to Turner and Taylor. Born and raised in York, he grew up with a love of sports that reflected his discipline and competitive spirit. Isaiah first served his country in the United States Secret Service as an officer before finding his true calling in local policing. At NYCRPD, he quickly became known as a dedicated officer, a mentor to new recruits, and eventually a highly respected detective. He earned a DUI Top Gun distinction multiple times and was named Officer of the Year in 2010. His work in accident reconstruction and his assignment to criminal investigations showcased both his technical expertise and his ability to lead with professionalism and precision. Isaiah's courage was more than a line on a resume. In 2005, he entered a burning mobile home in Jackson Township to rescue a trapped man. He carried that man to safety and began performing CPR on him until paramedics arrived. For those actions, he received a life-saving award. Those who knew him were not surprised. His instinct was always to serve and protect. Over the course of his career, Isaiah was the only officer in the department's history to earn 4 of our highest honors: the Medal of Merit, the Chief's Commendation, Officer of the Year, and the Life Saving Award. Beyond his professional achievements, Isaiah was devoted to his family and his faith. He treasured family beach trips, found joy in fitness, home renovations, and cheering loudly for the Eagles. A faithful member of Providence Community Church, he lived out his belief in Christ through service to others. Isaiah will be remembered as a man of discipline, courage, and compassion, a protector who never hesitated to act, a mentor who shaped younger officers, a father and husband who loved deeply, and a man of faith who lived to serve. His legacy endures in the lives he touched, the family that he cherished, and the community he made safer. Also left behind is the entire law enforcement family at the Northern York County Regional Police Department. While our team mourns their loss, we also celebrate the joy and camaraderie these officers brought into our lives. Our culture has always valued family, both at work and beyond. And Cody, Mark, and Isaiah embodied that spirit. Today, as you look at this gathering, you will see not only current officers, but also retirees, former co-workers, and even the grown children of our department, many of whom grew up learning to love and respect our profession through the example of Cody, Mark, and Isaiah. Their impact is woven into the fabric of our agency, and their memory will continue to live in the stories, the traditions, and the bonds that they helped build. On behalf of their families, their colleagues, and the men and women of the Northern York County Regional Police Department, I can say with certainty that Cody, Mark, and Isaiah would be grateful for the prayers, kindness, and support you have shown. I also ask that you continue your prayers and extend those who remain wounded from the events on September 17th. The York County Sheriff's Deputy and our injured Northern York County Regional Police officer and their families. As for us, the NYCRPD will continue our mission with honor, integrity, and service. We will carry forward the legacy of Cody, Mark, and Isaiah. They were the best of us. Their sacrifice is a solemn reminder of the cost of service, but also the courage required to stand in the face of darkness. President Ronald Reagan once said, "Evil is powerless if the good are unafraid." These men lived that truth. They were unafraid to confront evil, unafraid to defend the innocent, and unafraid to embody faith, honor, and goodness in every action. It now falls upon us, their brothers and sisters in law enforcement, to remain unafraid, to stand tall, and to continue this work in their memory. These officers lived as gently as they could, to be, no matter where, people of faith and honor, to face adversity with courage, to take what comes of good or ill, and cling to faith and honor still. They will be missed deeply, but remembered always. Rest easy, brothers. We have the watch.